Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It's after 4 in the morning. I'm convinced half the people that follow me are nocturnal. There has been an insane amount of activity here as of late on Twitter and the forum. That said, that's awesome. Guess those are my type of people. So, just unboxed Newlanders, Chopper and Funny Bone. We're going to tear in now to the super hot, super new Torch Fire Element Newlander. She will, of course, be joined by her fellow Fire Element Newlander, Trailblazer. Really actually kind of excited to see him in-game. I think he'd have been a cool dark character. Another story, another day. This is all about Torch. As you can see, very cool looking lady. She is literally on fire. Coming down, you can pick up on the new packaging. Again, super easy, ergonomically designed. Got the sweet prism effect, which I've covered for you in detail here. Torch, her slogan is Fire It Up. You can probably pick up on that. Coming around to the backside, you got Food Fight in hand on Portal in game. There's her inset box art. That's cool because she's actually firing the gun. Featured characters: Wildfire, Torch, Hogwild, Frino, Weeruptor. Again, that green check is actually important here because she is only going to work in Trap Team. Can you put her on the Portal and Swap Force? Absolutely, but you can't play her in the game. So, don't know quite what you would be doing that for unless you're like me and you test things. So, yes, I know. And, we're going to go ahead and get her opened up, take a look, and kind of cover her background story, go over the card stats, all that good stuff. Retail on this would be $9.99. She's got the single pack, should be available. I might actually wind up with that one. I might pick that up someday and then have a second Torch for unboxings. Alright, we'll slide her out again. Super easy to open. The packaging, the little name tag down here, it's not taped here, which is awesome if you're the type that reseals these. Now, she looks really good out of the packaging. Let's go ahead and bend this down. What I like to do is come in by the base, don't grab by the gun. That's the best way to break something. You probably wouldn't, but if you did, you'd feel really stupid and you'll wish that you did it that way. So we'll set her down. Chase McCain is hidden. If you find him, feel free to post up. On the card, bend the plastic, not the paper. Trying to stress that this year. Namely because I've seen a lot of people with bent cards. I don't know how that happens, That said, back here we have got the sticker sheet. You can use that on your Power A stackable tackle boxes, your storage containers, your poster, whatever you want to put it on. There is the name tag below that, QR code, and a unique web code. Coming in right here, it is Torch. That is the artwork on the card. Power, 130 of 250. Armor, 70 of 250. Speed and agility, 110 of 250. And luck, pretty low at 40 of 250. All combined, that's going to put her at 350. So she's kind of right in line with everybody else thus far. So again, not that those mean much relation to the game, but they're there. So we're going to talk about them. Now, I'm going to hold her in my hand. Hopefully she's not too hot to handle. And come in here and grab her story, which is right there. Alright, her slogan again is Fire It Up. Her story kind of reminds me a little bit of Sprocket. Not entirely, but it's got some similarities to it. Torch's childhood was spent working with her grandfather as a dragon keeper, where she helped attend a stable of dragons that protected her village. Dragon people will love that. One year, an evil snow dragon, which sounds awesome, unleashed a terrible blizzard that trapped her entire homeland inside a massive ice glacier. Torch was the only one to escape. Having always been fearless, she set out at once to rescue the villagers and her dragons from their chilly fate. Armed with her fire spout flamethrower, she fought hard through the treacherous conditions and bravely defeated the snow dragon in an epic battle. After the village was free from its icy doom, Torch returned home to find her grandfather missing. The only token left behind was his lucky flaming horseshoe. Now, as a member of the Skylanders, Torch wields her powerful flamethrower as well as her lucky horseshoe, and hopes it will one day lead her to her grandfather she had lost. A very cool story there. Again, some similarities to Sprocket. And her, I think it was her uncle, of course, but like I said, similar, not exact replications. Horseshoe's kind of interesting because we've got Trailblazer, who is a horse, as best I know, and in the fire element as well. So that's kind of an interesting little dichotomy there. That said, Torch, she actually looks pretty dadgum good. Obviously, I'm kind of picking up, that maybe, there's a blacksmith background type thing going on. And that kind of makes sense with the guns she's got. Kind of old school, almost looks like an accordion. Sadly, if I squeeze it, it doesn't like shoot flames or anything. That would just have been over the top. Gotta say, Torch would have been a sweet, sweet light core character. Granted, I think Trailblazer would have too, but Torch in particular, man, you could have done some cool stuff with her, I think. So, that said, she's got the hammer here. I don't see the horseshoe, but we'll assume she's got it. Nice little detail there on the back of the apron. I think you can kind of see it there. It's the Fire Element logo. If you can't make it out, trust me, it looks cool. So she's kind of got like the leather, tanned hides look going on. Work pants, she's got her work boots on. She just looks like a lady down to business. She put the game face on, I guess we can say. Hair looks really cool. Kind of similar to what you see with, the back end of Smolder Dash there. But there she is. She's a little bit taller. She's kind of got a nice stance. She's pointing into the distance. She's got the gun ready to go. And that is Torch. I'm excited to kind of see how she shapes up, what her base upgrades are, and then of course what we can do in terms of pass with this little lady. So hopefully she continues the trend. The ladies have been doing quite well lately. I was a big fan of Chill. Flashwing was great. But then coming into Swap Force, Starstrike, a lot of people say OP. I was actually a big Smolder Dash fan too. And Roller Brawl is a beast. So she's got some big shoes to fill. Hopefully she does it well. And as I always say, since I do go into more detail, that's a cool shadow she actually casts. There's two of them. That's kind of interesting. But let's see here. Let me actually bring it around this way. Let's see if you can figure out what I'm doing. I go into a little bit more detail, and also I want to do a little comparison for you. Right there. You should be able to know if you're a big Skylander fan. You got a little teaser there. It is Smolder Dash. That's right. Not Light Core. This is her standard pose, complete with the flame whip and the orb coming out. But here these ladies are side by side. I think they do a nice job repping the Fire Element, at least in terms of the aesthetics on Torch. Now, if she can back it up with her performance in the game, I will be a very happy guy. She's a little bit, perhaps not as tall. Certainly with the flame whip, she doesn't seem to have the circular dimensions of Smolder Dash, but very cool nonetheless. I'm excited to get her in the game, and you can pick her up on Sunday the 5th here in the U.S. earlier if you're lucky. Some stores have them out. Some stores actually sell them. Crazy things happen, so don't give up. But that said, I'm going to get her, Funny Bone, and Chopper in the game. I think that's a nice little tandem of new landers thus far, so I'll get to spend some extra early time with those guys. So I'm actually going to go get on that, get these videos editing, have some fun in the game, respond to all these night owls that I deal with in my life. So as always, thanks for watching. If you are not subscribed, make sure you do that. You can follow me on Twitter. That's a great source of updates. Another awesome place to go, oneofweezem.com. If you take the link at the top of the video description box, you'll get a ton of information. Also, check out the Skylander Forum. As Torch would say, we're going to fire it up. Enjoy it.